Management of KEC International. Now, this is a company in stock and focus because the company secured orders worth about 1,100 crore rupees in the T&D business in India, in Middle East, Australia, as well as the US. To talk about these orders and the outlook, we have with us Mr. Vimal Kejriwal, MD and CEO at KEC International. So good to have you on. And, once again, your order winning spree continues. We keep hearing of orders on a very consistent basis. So let's just talk about, the nature of these orders. All of them are from the T&D segment. And where does it take your total order book to now?
Good morning, Surabhi. I think with this, our order book is now slightly above 30,000. And we have around 7,000 crores of L1. So it's around 37,000. It has been at that level for some time. That's where we are.
Have you seen a pickup in the kind of order wins or the order announcements? Has there been, any change in the way the tendering and the awards have been on the ordering front? Because back-to-back big wins for you.
So, Rima, some part of it is because of the backlog which we had because of the elections and the Achar Sanhita. So, April, May, many of the tenders where we were L1 were not awarded. So some part is I'll say, flow coming out of that. But the good part is we are seeing a lot of orders coming out of UAE. UAE had been a laggard for last, I'll say, 3 or 4 years, whereas it was one of our biggest markets in the international. Now, suddenly we have started seeing orders coming in. This is the third or fourth order this year we announced from UAE. And the next one is the Australia piece. Australia, again, there's a huge transmission work happening. We don't do EPC, we only do supplies. And we have got a lot of inquiries and tenders there. So clearly we are seeing a sharp uptick in the T&D part of the business.
What has changed in UAE right now versus what was happening in the past 3 or 4 years to explain this pickup in interest? And how much does UAE contribute to your revenues or by way of your overall order wins?
So I don't have a separate figure for UAE, but between UAE and Saudi, we have around 12% of our order book is from the MENA region.
And what has changed? Because you said that there has been a sudden pickup compared to what it was.
I think one is the general uptick which is happening in the Gulf region. And secondly, most of these orders are actually in the oil and gas part of it. It's not oil and gas. We don't do that part, but we are doing the power supply and all to the oil and gas region. So basically for ADNOC, etc. We are also seeing some tenders and orders coming in from Dubai, which are more related to the new real estate development, let's say Nakheel and others and all. So I think clearly we are seeing the mood in UAE seems to be upbeat both in Dubai and Abu Dhabi.
Okay. I missed that number, Mr. Kejriwal. What's the split between your Middle East business and the India business now?
I don't have a direct answer for that. But what I said was our Middle East was around 12% of our total order book, whereas T&D by itself is 50% of our order book. So that's the way the number is.
Okay, that's how you stack it up. Now, going back to the headline number, which is your current order book with these orders is at 31,000 crores. That sort of gives you revenue visibility over how long? Typically, an order book of this size, this is to be executed over what, next 2 years, 3 years?
So typically, this will give us around, I'll say 6 quarters. Okay, because most of our orders, 6 quarters, most of our orders are around 18 months to 24 months. Okay. But more on 18 months, I'll say. India orders, most of them are between 15 to 18 months. Okay. So six quarters is what I'll say.
And in this order book, in terms of the product mix or rather the project profile, the order profile, how much is it now orders which are coming in at higher margin levels, and what kind of orders are those, and therefore what should we expect for the end of the year? What should be the margin profile? I'm talking about the overall business now.
So to me, I think all of them are now coming at higher margin, okay, to be very honest, because we have an order book. We are seeing a tender pipeline of almost 1,38,000 crores today. So there is no reason for me, unless it's absolutely strategic, to take a project now at a lower margin. And coming to the margin profile, we have generally been maintaining that our year-end exit margin should be anywhere between 9 to 10% is what we have been talking. And I think we are confident that that is what will happen.
9 to 10% exit margins for FY25. Yeah. Got it. All right, sounds good. And it's very clear that business is good for you. Thank you very much, Mr. Kejriwal. We'll leave it on that note for today. Appreciate you joining in and giving us some more perspective on the business. It's KEC International. Stock has been doing well, but it's cooled off because the overall market, especially mid-caps, are in a bit of a fall. But KEC is still retaining a gain of 2.5%. Take a break. Come back on the